for Serge Ibaka.
And he's been trending downward in terms of his average points per game, and a number of reasons can lead to this. But he needs to figure out how to get back on track.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Down low, it's Green and Looney. Stephen Curry is out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Beverly and George make up the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard out there with Serge Ibaka. And it's Batum in at the 3. Now here's Curry. The 3 ball. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. Well, Bill, we talk about the defensive versatility of Patrick Beverly, of guards standing around 6 feet tall. You think he's the best defender against taller players?
I mean, yeah, I don't know who he's competing against with that. It's interesting with him. Sometimes this happens with basketball where somebody is underrated as a role player, and then we talk about how underrated they are for a while, and then somehow they become a little bit overrated. And I think Beverly is in that camp where I think people now consider Beverly as this incredible defensive stopper, and the evidence doesn't really back it up, unfortunately. Like, you even look at that Denver series, the stuff Jamal Murray was able to do as that series went along. I thought Patrick Beverly was on the Clippers to be able to stop guys like Jamal Murray, but he didn't stop him. So I think he's a nice guy to have. I do think his defense gets a little overrated. Ooh. Remember the days when he was just a defensive specialist? Now his offensive skill set is as good as anybody in the league.
One shot.
And that one misses.
Well, we've seen it. We've seen Kawhi Leonard mature and improve right before our very eyes. But one area where he was already pretty good was coming in at the free throw line.
And it's the Clippers on the break. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Pass to Wiggins. George outside on the take, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Again, when you go from second to fourth gear, Paul George puts a lot of pressure on the defense that way.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from George. You know, last season we saw teams play an average of about 71 games in the regular season. With all the load management going on, Bill, is that a better number than the old 82, you think?
I've been saying it forever. I think they need to cut the number. You know, you think about it, there's 30 teams. You play everybody in both conferences twice. That gets you to 58 games. Then you could play everybody else in your conference once. That gets you to 72, and I think that should be the number. I don't know why we have as many as we do other than it's money. It's 5 extra home games for everybody, but I think when you think about the wear and tear of the players, the performance level would be enhanced by having less games, more rest, things like that. I think it's worth the trade-off. Yeah, the ability to space the floor, that's Paul George. He takes pleasure in knocking down these long-range bombs.
Wiggins with it, and Ibaka picks him up defensively and is blocked. Green against Leonard. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Leonard's got his second bucket on the night.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Curry. Looney with the ball. That's Ibaka defending. 6 to shoot. And the foul on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. And we've got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Wiggins for 3. And Draymond Green, a fiery competitor. At times, though, some would say his passion gets the best of him.
Yeah, but here's why I would defend him, Brian. He's won titles. They've won with this dude. They won 73 games with him as the emotional fulcrum of the team. They won in 2015, 17, and 18. I like if somebody talks like the way he does and is passionate the way he is. I like it when they can actually back it up with some rings, which he has. But what we're learning, I think, with him, big picture, is that whatever happens in his basketball career, it's a preamble to what's going to end up being one of the great media careers of all time. Like, we were worried about what happens when Barkley hangs it up someday. Who's next? It's going to be Draymond. Draymond, you can see it. Draymond is a grand slam as a basketball announcer already. And whether he does games or whether he does studio, whatever, he has everything I want from a player who's thinking about doing it someday. So I can't wait for that chapter.
Yeah, no question about that. And the free throw, no good. On offense, here are the Clippers. This run now up to 13-2. Beverly shot off. Golden State is gone, only 1 of 4 from three-point land. Wiggins finds Curry. Back to Wiggins. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played.
A mobile attacking player. Wiggins' teammates and coaches love when he uses his physical tools to his advantage.
And that one misses. The Clippers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Here's Ibaka. Really had troubles in the loss to Washington. He just couldn't find his rhythm. With the floater. And it's good on the layup.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And Bill, the Clippers paired Kawhi and PG-13 to form a 1-2 punch. After it's all said and done, year one, what effect do you think that's had on Paul George's game?
Well, he wasn't as good as he was in OKC the year before. I voted for him 3rd for MVP in OKC. He got hurt in the second half of that season. He hurt his shoulder, and I don't know if that affected him with the Clippers at all. But, you know, he's a guy, one night he could have 30, the next night he could have 13. And it's tough when you're saying, like, this is a 1-2 punch. These are the guys that are going to take us to the title, and you only can truly count on one of those 2 guys. So I don't really know what the right situation for Paul George is. He was on a really good Indiana team that took Miami to the precipice a couple times. Then Indiana became his team. He decided he wasn't happy there, forced to trade to OKC, was doing the Batman Robin thing with Westbrook, didn't really like that either. Forced his way to the Clippers, was with Kawhi, and then they had another unhappy season. At some point, you got to look in the mirror and go, is it me? Maybe it's Paul George.
And the free throw, no good. The Clippers have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Beverly outside. Pass to Leonard.
I like the extension there from Draymond Green, reaching out and timing that one.
Clock is at 3. George for 3.
Good job contesting by Kelly Oubre Jr. there.
George, no good.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Wiggins outside. The 3 from Curry. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And Curry, already one of the legends of the sport, simply from impact alone. Bill, where do you have him ranked on the all-time point guard list?
Hey, he's definitely on the Mount Rushmore. You know, Magic's above him. I think Oscar's above him. But he's one of the best 25 players ever. And I think his legacy wound up being that he changed basketball. He changed the way it was played. Him and Clay and the way the Warriors played ushered in this sea change of now we play basketball this way. And you go back and you watch 2011, 12, 13, the playoff games from back then. It's a different sport. It really is. So, you know, I think he opened the ceiling for things that we just didn't expect from the sport. And guys pulling up from 28 and making it. But I think for that alone, he's got to be 3 or 4 all time.
Now here's Ibaka. Back to Beverly. George outside. 3-pointer off the mark. The Warriors trailing. From deep. Curry's shot is off.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Here's Leonard. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Leonard's got 8 points.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Beverly against Curry. And he's now 3 for 8 after that one.
The confidence that Steph has on the inside, once he beats his primary defender, he can finish over the top of the bigger defenders.
Now here's Beverly. Driving inside, out to Leonard. Lots of room. No good off the back of the rim.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Outside Curry. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
So for the Clippers, Zubats, he's checked in for Ibaka. Williams comes in for Paul George. And it's Jackson in for Beverly. Well, Bill, when you watch Lou Williams make big shots or go to the basket and get himself to the line, is there anyone from the past that reminds you of him?
You know, he reminds me of a guy the Clippers had right before him, Jamal Crawford, where he comes in off the bench. He has the ability to get going immediately. You can watch him on the right night and wonder why he's not considered to be one of the best 10 players in the league. And you can watch him another night and he's just non-existent. And I think the problem with Lou Williams is regular season Lou versus playoff Lou are 2 different people. He has been consistently terrible in the playoffs, including in the 2020 playoffs, where he was abysmal. This is something that if you go look at his stats on Basketball Reference or whatever, he's just fallen short dating back to 2012 with Philly. He has not been able to come through. He has not been able to shoot at even a passable level. I think for 3-point shooting for in the playoffs, he's under 30%. So it's tough because you're in a situation with the Clippers where it's like this is somebody who's really come through for us during the season. But in the playoffs, he's kind of unplayable because on defense, whoever he's guarding, they try to go give the ball to that guy and go after him. And if he's not producing offensively, he becomes a real liability, which is what happened with the Clippers.
Yeah, good point. Here's Poole. Pass to Toscano. Green up top. He's guarded by Zubats. Here's Poole. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wanamaker. Oh, yikes, not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Inside. And that one's good, man. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Pass to Green. Here's Toscano. Here's Poole. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 from beyond the arc in the first quarter. Jackson outside. The Warriors shooting only 37% early. You know, Bill, you work in so many different mediums. Name the piece or series that you're most proud of.
Definitely 30 for 30. Creating that from scratch and then putting a couple years of my life into getting it off the ground and doing 30 documentaries, 30 different directors about these sports stories we cared about and just hoping anybody would watch it. And that was in 2009. And, you know, 11 years later, it's still going. And we thought we would get 30 and be lucky to get to 30. And now they've done, I think, 75, 80, something like that, and it's still going. And it's cool. And it's cool whenever a player says something like, you know, that's going to be a 30 for 30 for someday. To be in the lexicon with that, you know, is definitely one of the highlights of my career.
No doubt. It's awesome. And so it's Golden State with it, following the score by the Clippers. Here's Poole. Williams defending. Poole shot is off.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And the shot goes in.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pascal sets a screen. A shot to stop the drought. Toscano. Off target from outside.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Pass to Zubac. Outside, Williams. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Williams a screen on Pascal. Leonard on the take. No good on the shot. So Golden State will take it the other way. Here's Poole. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now here's Jackson in his last outing with 12 points. 24 seconds left in the opening quarter. In transition, here come the Warriors. Here's Poole. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And again, no good by the Clippers. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. The Clippers on top. They lead by 12. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know, and it's fun and it's light. Fans deserve it on both sides. You know, it's good old-fashioned basketball. You know, it's all a part of the game. We're both trying to win, and that's what people want to see. Hard-nosed, edgy basketball.
Man, pound for pound, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Boy, quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you guys think?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And so in the game for the Warriors, Stephen Curry is out there with Damian Lee. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Eric Paschall. And it's Toscano in at the power forward position. George for three. The Warriors pull it in. Last time they met in San Francisco.
I love the defensive pressure they created in their last meeting, forcing turnovers and keeping the offense off kilter.
The turnover margin was well within their favor, and you have to point to that ferocious D they played as the biggest factor in that win.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. That'll be on Eric Paschall.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
You know, Bill, with social media, we get to see more personalities in the NBA. Who are some of the biggest characters in your opinion?
Take a break.
Well,
I
think my favorite is Klay Thompson because he's completely authentic. You know, we've seen a lot of these guys have leveraged social media and the whole infrastructure, and they can kind of get out whatever kind of personality they want to craft, right? Klay Thompson is the same guy in all situations, beloved teammate. Sometimes I don't even think he knows why he's funny. He just kind of is who he is. He's like that dude in college, that roommate that everybody loved who was always funny, and he fell asleep and you could put shaving cream on his face, and he's just beloved. And I think he's done the best job of whoever we think he is as a public person is exactly who he actually is.
And with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring, you get good playmaking and rebounding, you get a defender with active hands. And there's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
And that one misses.
Kevon Looney, a guy who's going to carve out a very nice career in the NBA. Remember, his rookie season just played 5 games due to that severe hip injury that he was suffering from. Once he's gotten healthy, he's shown that he can be a major contributor to any team.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
It's well known, Patrick Beverley is a gamer. He was asked, do enough players in the league go hard? He said, quote, "I'll keep it real simple. No, not everyone plays hard. That's why it's a skill. That's why it stands out. It's all about will. Mine is stronger than most." Guy's hard to doubt him.
I don't either, Allie. Thanks a lot. Good stuff.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Jackson with it. And here's Wiggins. Pass to Paschall. And so the ball out of bounds. Paschall touched it last.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Kennard into the lane. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Kennard's got his first points of the game.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Outside Paschall. Here's Lee. And again, no good by Golden State.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
It's George on the drive. Shoots over Wiggins. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
It doesn't go for him.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
For three, George. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry. Curry's got 4 rebounds now.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And the basket by Lee. The Clippers have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Jackson, the pass to Kennard. Lets it fly. And the Clippers miss again.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Curry against Kennard. Curry drives in. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Curry's got 13 points.
Steph's such an ideal pick-and-roll guy. The threat of the long ball always there, so whether he's shooting or passing, the defense has a hard time keeping up.
Now here's George. He's got 13. Warriors with the rebound. Curry's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. Oubre, he's checked in for Lee. The Clippers in the lead. Kennard outside. Screen by Ibaka. Kennard finds Ibaka. Up top, George. Screen by Ibaka. Some room here for George. Plenty of room to knock down that one. He's got 15.
Such a sweet-looking jumper. Paul George, at least he always has that to lean on. Maybe not a playoff resume, but he's got the jumper.
Pass to Pascal. Shots blocked.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Screen by Ibaka. Here's George. And there's the rejection.
Looney's starting to play a little bit angry right now, and that's helping this defense be more aggressive.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Oubre against Kennard to the left wing. All sorts of time. Batum gets the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Oubre. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Wiggins. There's the drive. 4 on the clock. The shot no good. Ooh, nice D from George. Jackson with it. And Looney picks him up defensively. Knocked away. Pass to Wiggins. And here's Oubre. Now here's Curry. Takes the 3. Fires in the triple. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Got to do your best to make Steph put the ball on the floor. I know he can still do that, but catch and shoot is just deadly.
And it's Kennard on the take. And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That'll be a second foul of the game.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Pass to Coffee. Warriors with the rebound.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
Outside Oubre for 3. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 14. Kennard on the wing. The 3. Drills it from deep. Kennard's got 5 points.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Pass to Oubre. Here's Wanamaker. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Wanamaker's gotten himself on the board with a three there. Now George. 15 points in the game. Oubre with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Here's Pascal. Another three for Golden State.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 4 from downtown so far in the second. Outside, Williams. And it's Poole with a rebound. The Warriors have gotten 7 of 16 shots to go in the second. The three is up. It's rebounded by George. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Coffey. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Pass to Wanamaker. Here's Poole. George defending. Now Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
To the wing, right side. Williams from long range. That shot missing. And Golden State will come the other way. Here's Wanamaker. Here's Oubre. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George has got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside, Williams. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And now an 11-point Clipper lead. And the Warriors shooting just 37% from the field in the second quarter. Here's Wanamaker. He tries for 3. Drops in the 3. Wanamaker's got 6 points in the quarter. And for the Clippers, they're shooting just around 39% in the second quarter. Now a timeout called by the Clippers. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Williams in the post. Pass to Beverly. Back to Williams. The teardrop. And the layup is up and in. Williams has got 6.
Delicate with the floater there up over the top. It's like Lou Williams has shot that one before.
Outside Oubre. Here's Poole. Back to Oubre. Pass to Poole. Shot from the top of the key. Leonard pulls down the board. Leonard's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And thanks to our special guest, Bill Simmons, breaking it down for us as always.
And I love being called a special guest. When I was growing up in the 70s, Love Boat, Fantasy Island, they would always have special guests. It felt important, so I feel important right now, Brian.
And you know what happened to the guests at Fantasy Island, though.
Yeah, well, sometimes they never came back.
Well, you can sense Bill's passion for the game. We could have talked all day.
Well,
Find the
Kevin,
lanes.
I'm surprised
Find the
that you
lanes.
didn't. Thank goodness
shot.
Bill had a taxi waiting. Otherwise, you would have.
And the Warriors shooting about 35% so far in this game. A minute 6 left to play in the second quarter. The floater, and he sinks the layup. Wanamaker's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Zubac screen. Williams into the lane. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. To the paint. Got a piece of it. 34 seconds left in the first half. To the inside. Pass to man. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Now here's Oubre. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Clock at 6. This one for 3. Pure from three-point range. Oubre's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so we wrap up the first half. Clippers ahead, leading by 8. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He ended up with 15 points and 6 rebounds. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
They've really worked the inside well. Wow. Perfection. They're getting a lot out of the offense from the paint. And when you're that effective inside, Ernie, Kenny, I know, makes life very hard for your opponent.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Grant, you and Scottie Pippen were 2 of the pioneers for the point forward role. Now almost every team is looking for that guy.
NBA, it seems like every team has that guy. And it speaks to how the game has changed and grown through the years. See, now in this era of positionless basketball, you need players who are multidimensional, players who are versatile, players who can dribble, pass, shoot. They can play multiple positions on defense. That's what's needed in today's game for success. So yes, you see a lot of that on teams throughout the NBA.
Beverly and George make up the backcourt. Serge Ibaka is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, that's taking on the challenge there. The defense is right there in his face, and Leonard uses the size and skill to break it down.
Here's Oubre following the score by the Clippers.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Now here's Leonard. 15 points in the game.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Outside Curry. And here's Oubre from the arc. The Clippers grab the miss. George has got 7 rebounds in the game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Batum. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And the Warriors shooting about 35% so far in this game. Outside Oubre. And here's Curry. Fires the three. And again, no good by Golden State.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Screen by Ibaka. Leonard with the ball. And Looney picks him up defensively. Shot by Leonard, no good.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Now here's Curry. 16 points for him. Ooh, poked away. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Kelly Oubre in 2019, BA, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but was the drip MVP. That's selected by Slam Magazine. This guy takes his fashion very, very seriously. It's much like you.
Not. Clock at 4. Here's Oubre. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
Shooting one.
Well, no stylist needed for Kelly Oubre, Brent. He puts it all together himself.
No doubt about it. And his family really, when he was younger, used to tease him for his style. I don't think anybody's laughing now.
One shot.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Kelly Oubre is a multi-talented forward. He plays with a lot of confidence. If he can keep this kind of consistency, he's going to do some damage in this league.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to George. Off the mark there with a three. The Warriors have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half.
Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow. Well, Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes, and he doesn't make a mistake that time.
Jackson. Oh, nice D from Curry. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Oh, George with a steal. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
It was a quick turnaround between last season and this one. The original suggestions had training camp less than a month after the finals ended. That aroused some concern from the players' union, and the gap was widened, but not by much. Guys, no complaints here. It's time for NBA basketball.
Yes, it is. Thanks, Allie. Pascal, he's checked in for the Warriors. Lee comes in for Oubre. That one misses for Jackson. Grant, almost every night in your career, you drew the toughest assignments on defense. What makes a great wing defender in your eyes?
Well, I mean, obviously, I think you have to have certain tools. You know, you have to have the ability to move your feet. You have to have athleticism. But really, ultimately, it's about desire. And I always feel that guarding perimeter players and being a great wing defender is a lot like being a great rebounder. You know, you can talk about technique and this, that, and the other, but at the end of the day, it's about heart, it's about desire, it's about doing everything possible to compete on the defensive end against great offensive players here in the NBA.
The Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in.
Last season, Kawhi Leonard in that number 15 at San Diego State was hung in the rafters. The Aztecs going 59-12 in his 2 seasons in attendance there.
Now here's Curry. 16 points for him. Wiggins against George. Wiggins, no good. The Clippers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. You know, Leonard grew up not far away in Moreno Valley, California, still connected to San Diego. Bought a home there.
Well, every summer, not a bad place to find some hours with your performance coach, doing speed ladders, getting some shuttle work in, working out in the weight room. And and continuing to develop his defensive mobility.
And here are the Warriors now, after the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago.
This is why Steph Curry is virtually unguardable. When he's sinking those kind of shots, it just devastates you defensively.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 22. Good work defensively by Pascal.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Pascal with it. Leonard defending.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Now here's Jackson. Fires the three. And there's Leonard on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one. The Warriors have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Now a timeout called by Golden State. And the playoffs in the bubble, Brent, felt a little different than past years. It felt like a completely wide open field.
He had a lot of teams, I think, BA, that had young stars that were trying to take the leap and make the next step. You think about the Nuggets and Murray. You think about the Celtics with Tatum and Brown. I mean, there were many stories around that. And along with the atmosphere just being completely different, I think that opened up the type of competition that we saw in Orlando.
Here's Lee. The shot from the low post is good. Lee's got his 2nd basket.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Golden State has gone only 1 of 4 from three-point land in the third quarter. Pass to Wiggins. Into the lane. It's rebounded by Ibaka. The Clippers have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Now here's George. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Ibaka. And it's Paul George with the 3. George has got 18 points in the game.
And right now, the torture chamber that Paul George has put the defense in is paying off for his team.
Outside Curry from the arc. Leonard pulls down the board. Leonard's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Jackson outside. Crosses over, driving to the basket, and he takes it up and lays it in. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 15-5 run. Here's Leonard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And to think, B.A., last season, Kawhi Leonard recorded the first triple-double of his career. Now, as great as he is, it's surprising to me that it took him 9 seasons to get one. But his passing has now reached another level.
And he drops the first. And to your point, Grant, last season, far and away, the most assists per game of Kawhi's career.
No question, B.A. No, we're used to thinking of him more as a play terminator than a playmaker. And with this high efficiency and low turnovers, there's no problem with that. But he wants to be great in all facets of the game.
And Leonard drops them both. Wiggins with it. He's got 6. Pass to Pascal. Back to Wiggins. There's the 3. He buries it from 3. Wiggins got 9.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Outside, Williams. Back to Jackson from deep. And he can't get that one. Golden State has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Wiggins outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. 11 points in the game.
And how about the court awareness there? Peripheral vision of Curry, strong feel for when guys are uncovered, finds the open man.
Now here's Williams. He's got 9. Leonard for 3. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound. The Warriors shooting 40% since the break. Another 3 for Golden State.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting an excellent rate of 56% in the third quarter. Here's Williams. Here's Toscano. And here's Curry. Here's Poole. Down low. Kicks it out to Pascal. Pass to Poole. 6 on the shot clock. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Now here's Leonard. 27 points for him. Here's Wiggins. Pascal passes to Curry. Wiggins outside. Pascal, a screen on Leonard. Wiggins. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Leonard against Pascal. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. That'll put Kawhi Leonard on the line. That'll be on Eric Pascal. Well, Grant, when you joined Orlando, there was a very real possibility of forming a super team. Do you ever wonder what might have been?
Oh, B.A., I wonder all the time. You had a great young player in Tracy McGrady emerging into a star. And if I could have just stayed healthy at a time in the Eastern Conference when it was really wide open, I think all the time what could have been, but unfortunately it never happened because of that persistent ankle injury. In the second half, their free throw percentage has improved, hitting in the low 80s now.
It's tipped. Here's Mann. Pascal defends. Leonard outside. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Here's Poole. Williams defending. And it's rejected. And they're able to recover. And it's Toscano missing. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Now Jackson. He has 6. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And he makes a first.
Hey, when you start locking it down at the line, good things tend to happen.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Oubre's checked in. And so Jackson nails both of them.
What you can't help but notice this half is how lights out they've been from the free throw line.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Wanamaker. Give him 8 points now. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Takes a step back. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Leonard's got 34 points.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Here's Poole. Beverly defending. Pass to Wanamaker. And here's Oubre. To halt the run. And that's 2 points on the layup. Oubre's got 5 points now this quarter.
That was tough. Lots of defense around Kelly Oubre Jr., and he's able to score.
Williams up top. And there's the drive. Here's Beverly. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Warriors now. It's an 18-point game. Pass to Green. And down it goes. 2 points. Green's got his second basket of the game.
Not easy to stop Draymond Green in that situation. Big and strong and uses his size well.
Here's Leonard. Shakes off strong D and gets to the bucket for 2 points. And the Clippers lead by 18. And the Warriors shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Here's Wanamaker. Williams defending. Back to Oubre. There's the triple. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Now here's Leonard. Let's go with a 3. Williams, that's good. Williams has got 12 points.
Well, you got to honor Lou Williams' shot from deep, especially if he's got other things going offensively. Has a great feel for when to pull the trigger.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. The Clippers on top, running away with it. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so in the game for the Warriors, they've got Andrew Wiggins, Kelly Oubre out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Draymond Green, and it's Toscano in at the 4.
I could see that contact really didn't bother Oubre Jr. on that possession.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Green against Ibaka. Outside, Williams. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
Williams has gone 2 of 3 shooting from distance here. Green with a screen on Williams. And the foul on Serge Ibaka. That's his 3rd foul so far. Well, Grant, one area where we've seen great advancement is how we're seeing injuries treated. The rehabbing of these injuries and the speed in which players are coming back is unprecedented.
It really is, BA, and certainly I've experienced my fair share of injuries. And over the last 20-plus years, the advancement in not only treating injuries, but preventative measures so you don't get hurt. And so teams now, whether it's load management, understanding the importance of nutrition, rest, recovery, all of these things factor in to the sophistication level now that's applied to players. And so, in a way, I wish I was 25 right now in today's NBA with all the technology and sophistication available to teams.
Here's Curry after the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. On the attack, Oubre. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Well, Oubre can get up there, and that time brought his tool belt and got out the hammer.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Williams against Curry. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Stephen Curry.
Well, on the inside, Williams knows exactly what to challenge and who to challenge to get to the free throw line.
That free throw, no good. Thinking back to the NBA suspending play in the spring of 2020, Brett, just how disruptive is the stoppage of that length?
Well, that momentum is completely gone. You know, teams are preparing, BA, as you know, to play their best basketball as the season comes to an end, and you're not suspecting at any time that it's going to be suspended indefinitely. So that disrupted some teams for sure.
And he's good on the second.
And what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
Now here's Curry. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Lays it up and banks it in. Curry's got 21.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Ibaka finds Williams. Kicks it to George. With the drive, the basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
That's good from George. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Wiggins with it. He takes it in. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity.
You know, last season, Andrew Wiggins, he really started off on a tear. But by the end, I'd say, yeah, he improved, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done for him to deliver on his max contract.
And the free throw, no good. And Grant, that contract for Andrew Wiggins, 5 years, $147 million, give or take a few dollars.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I'll tell you what, you might recall management wanted to sit down with Wiggins when they offered that contract. They really wanted to be ensured that he was going to plan to get better as a player. I'll tell you what, that's rarely a good sign.
Got a piece of it. George with it, now guarded by Curry. Screen by Ibaka. Here's George going inside.
George is not settling for low percentage plays right now. He's putting the defense in a really tough position.
The Warriors have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Pass to Oubre. Grant, there was so much going on in the country last summer, and we saw a lot of NBA players at the forefront of activism.
And BA, it was really special to see these young players using their voice, using their resources, making a difference. Not just shining light on all the challenges that we're facing, but really being proactive in their efforts. Organizing, being on the front lines, working with organizations to try to make a difference. I was impressed with the activism. I was impressed with the leadership from these NBA players. And if you noticed, athletes from other sports followed the lead of these players from the NBA.
No good on the free throw.
There's just been so many years of production from Serge Ibaka. He has been a double-digit scorer for almost his entire career and surprisingly has never made an all-star team.
And he sinks the second. Ibaka, a player you're surprised never got an all-star invite.
B.A., I'm shocked. He's been on the cusp several times, but never got there. Regardless, he's always been central to a team's success. Hard to replace a guy in your lineup who gives you so much like Ibaka.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Williams passes to Ibaka. Pass to George. Here he goes.
Getting out! Wow, what a play!
Woo. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Kennard against Wiggins. Well, Grant, you played when teams didn't have a sophisticated method of managing players' minutes. I want to hear the Grant Hill thoughts on load management.
Well, I'll tell you what, B.A., load management is the new wave in the NBA, and that is so valuable and important to a team. You factor in 82 games, travel, getting in late at night on the road, guys working out year-round. It's so important to think big picture as players go throughout their career. So load management, the sophistication that's applied now is so important and critical, and I'm a little jealous. I wish they had that back when I played.
Having players available in crunch time and extending careers.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Here's Mulder. Pass to Lee. Launches it. Buries it from three.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Back to Jackson. Here's Kabengele. Kennard with it. The three. And Pascal secures it. Pascal's got his fourth rebound in this one. To the middle. Got a hand on it. Here's Coffey. Kennard outside. Now, Grant, you were involved in a sign and trade deal from Detroit to Orlando, but you don't see that tactic as much anymore.
You know, you really don't, B.A., but there's a reason for that. First and foremost, players today have a lot more control over their destiny. And also, teams are not going to wait until an elite player is in their final year and they don't have a firm commitment and belief that that player will re-sign. In a lot of cases, teams will trade that elite player before he enters his last year of his deal for fear that they may lose him for nothing in free agency.
The Warriors have gotten 7 of their first 10 shots to go during this fourth quarter. Oubre finds Curry. Jacks up a three. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Beverly. Pass to Zubats. Over Curry. Ooh, pops the J after a cagey pass fake.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And here's Curry. Now Oubre. Pascal with it. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubats has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Jackson outside. 4-3. Hits the trifecta.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Looney. Here's Toscano. The 3 from Curry. Drains the triple. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, anything the opponent does, trust me, Steph can do it better. He's got to be the best shooter that we've ever seen in the game.
Zubats with it. He's covered by Oubre. Kennard outside. Leonard for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Oubre's got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, Grant, you've seen the NBA from just about every angle. As a player, a broadcaster, and now an owner. Has your perspective changed over the years about the NBA?
You know, B.A., my perspective definitely has changed. For so long, you only saw things through the lens of being a player. Now, as a broadcaster working with you and in ownership, you see a whole different side to the league. I understand the business aspect, the incredibly difficult decisions that the league has to make, but also each individual franchise. It's not as easy as maybe I thought it was as a player, but I certainly have a healthy respect for the incredible decisions that are involved in this game.
And the Warriors with possession here after the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Counted from distance.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Kennard on the wing. And he drives in. Pass to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Sinks the tray. Jackson's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second 3 of the half.
Curry finds Oubre. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Pass to Zubats. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Leonard passes to Jackson. Zubats inside. He's covered by Oubre. A nice shot by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Jackson outside. Zubats with it, and Looney picks him up defensively. Oubre passes to Curry. One oddity of last year, Brent, the NBA draft held in November. It's just the reality of a new timeline we're on for the league.
The feels that I have really, BA, are around the guys who didn't get a chance to even finish their amateur career as collegiate athletes, and then waiting 6 months to hear your name called and for that dream to come true, and still having ideas about, okay, when's that going to start? So crazy set of circumstances that the league did its best to try to handle.
Count the basket. Leonard's got 40 points.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Clippers.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
Here's Curry. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Oubre. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
That is a good sign here. Oubre taking his offensive game to another level here tonight.
Los Angeles has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Now here's Curry. Pascal, a screen on Beverly. Now Curry, outside Pascal. And there's the lob.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Steps back. Pass to Zubats. Now here's Leonard. Beverly, a screen on Pascal. Here's Leonard. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Leonard's got 44.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Kawhi, how about the play of the bench tonight? What does that say about this team in general?
You know, that's what's great about us. We have a great bench coming in right behind us, picking up the tempo and playing great and playing great defense as well.
One of the great benches in the league, no doubt. Thanks, Kawhi.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. So long, everyone.